Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan. Today we're going to be doing another World Circuit race. We're going to be popping across to Asia. Before we do that, just going to drop into the options, come across to the race difficulty and make sure that we're on the hard settings that we're using for all of these races at the moment. Hop into World Circuits and then we're going to go across to Asia. And we're going to be heading off to Mount Panorama, also known as Bathurst, for the World Touring Car 700, and we're going to do that in the BMW VGT that we used before. I've got the racing medium tyres on, and we've got an output adjustment of 97, the ballast of 197 and a power restrictor of 99. Obviously you could go with the soft tyres if you want, but you will need to adjust these values accordingly just to bring you down to that mandatory 700 pp. I actually quite like the medium tyres. That works very well for this 7-lap race. So let's enter the race and see how we do. This is a World Touring Car 700 at the Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. 7 laps to go from last to first. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go fuel map 3 for this one to start off with. Got the brake balance in the middle. Traction control is off, braking on the 100-metre board, just using third through here to follow through the Alpha, follow through behind the Alpha even. I'm going to leave it on the fuel map for the moment. I just want to regulate the fuel and make sure that we're doing okay. Upshifting early because we want to do a bit of fuel saving. Come around the right hand side of the Ferrari, we're looking for the 100-metre board, hard on the brakes, down into third. Try not to run that curb on the inside there because it can pitch you round. As soon as we go through that left-hander, down into third gear, leave it in third, go up the hill. Just going to follow these two cars up, again shifting up early. Fourth gear through here, but be careful you don't hit the wall on the way through. A little bit of an opportunity to overtake that car, but on the back of the Audi, so to back out of that very, very quickly. Just using fourth gear here. Now we're going to have to pitch down the inside of the Audi, or tuck in behind. Third gear. Whoa, he's slowed down really quickly there, much quicker than I thought. Much more than was needed. So at this point it's just a case of getting through these cars. Once I get into some clear air, I'll talk you around how I normally run this track. But for the moment, it's just a case of trying to get through these cars as best you can. The AI cars are really, really slow on the apex of the corners. So it does give you an opportunity to put it up the inside and get an overtake done. So as we go underneath this board across the top of the track, we're looking for the curb on the right-hand side. Straight after that is a 200-metre board. Hit the brakes on that 200-metre board. Down into third gear. Third gear through here, changing up early, and follow the Cayman down. We're looking for the 100-metre board on this one. Leave it in third for this turn. Got an opportunity to go around the outside of the Cayman. Quite a large number of cars up ahead. 100-metre board down into third. Just pick up the apex of that corner. Just need to find your way through these cars. Careful with the front and the back of the car. That fell quite nicely for us. I'm picking up a slipstream off of the Lamborghini in front. Looking for that 100-metre board. Down into third gear for this corner. Gonna have to follow these cars through here for the moment. Changing up nice and early. Can we get upside the BMW into this corner? I think we might be able to. So braking a little bit early in third gear. The BMW went a little bit late on the brakes. Can we get up the inside of the Lamborghini? Yes, we can. Fourth gear through here. Careful of the wall. The Mazda hit the wall. The Aston Martin hit the wall. Again, just be careful of the wall through this one. Just making our way through this traffic. Fourth gear was quite useful through there just while we're overtaking. Third gear through the first part of this complex. Down into second for this one. straight up into third once you get into the dip. Changing up nice and early. Follow that one around. We'll try and get as much speed as we can down the hill. So on lap number 2, 5 laps to go, and we've got 4.2 laps of fuel. So we are going to need to just think about the fuel a little bit. We're okay at the moment, but let's just continue to watch the early upshifts. 200 meter board, bury the brake pedal, down into third, just pick up that apex, pick up this one. Changing up as soon as the red bar hits the rev limiter now. Try and save as much fuel as we can. 100 meter board, down into third, getting turned in behind this Genesis. Have to go to the left on that one. 100 meter board again, down into third. How are we doing on fuel? We've got 4 laps of fuel, just almost. Just under 5 laps to do. So we are going to just need to keep an eye on it. Down into third for this one, straight up into fourth now. Just for that fuel saving. Just need to be a little bit careful with this car in front, where we can get the overtake done. Changing up nice and early again. Normally 4th through here. Just going to follow the Supra through. Just slightly gets into the wall. Gives me an opportunity to go around the outside. Managed to make that one stick. Again, down into third through here. Second for that one. Almost overshot it. Braking and engine braking helping there. Just going through third through here. Trying to use higher gears at the moment just to save that extra little bit of fuel that we need. 3.5 laps. And we're pretty much half distance, 3.5 laps through the race, so we're looking good on fuel at the moment. Watching for this apex, 200 meter board, slowing it down, just watching where the Viper's going. The Viper's gone a bit deep, couldn't slow down quickly enough. Unfortunately, we just got into the back of the Viper a little bit there. Going to follow the Viper through here, I think. Get an opportunity to overtake down the long straight, so there's no point in being a hero. So all we want to do is get a good exit on this corner, and we can get that done and also change up early. So we're continuing to work on our fuel saving. We've got that 4, 5, 6 and 7 to do. We've got 4 laps to do. Pretty sure that some of these cars are going to end up coming in. So I'm actually going to move the fuel map out to 6 at the moment, because we're up into 4th place, which is pretty good going at this stage in the game. Again, keep the fuel saving going. Go 5th through here, just feathering the throttle underneath the Audi R8 bridge. Just using 4th now, and then 3rd, so 1 gear higher because we have slowed it down quite a bit. We've got the 3rd and the 2nd car in front of us right now. Car number 1 is about 12 seconds down the road, but if we're not going to pit, we just need to stay within 20 seconds of that car. Theoretically they are going to pit, again watching for that 200-metre board. Down into third. There we go. Number 1 is in, number 2 and number 3 all in at the same time. So that's now going to promote us up into first place. So we're on full lean on the fuel. So we've got 3 laps to do. We've got 2.5 laps of fuel left. So we just need to continue to save the fuel at the moment. And also just manage the distance of the cars behind now. Obviously if they are refueling, they're going to have better tyres, possibly they're going to have enough fuel to get them to the end of the race, so they could be pushing a bit harder than we are. So we just need to keep an eye on that time. Yeah, I'm just using slightly higher gear for a lot of these corners now. We're out in front, we're in control. So we've just got to manage the fuel. It's all about the fuel now. So you'll see I'm using slightly different gears at this point of the race to what I was using earlier on. Not throwing the car around nearly as much as I was. Wow, 2.1 laps of fuel left. A little over 2 laps to go. So we're looking reasonably okay at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to make this non-stop strategy work. Medium tyres are lasting really nicely around here. So again, by using these higher gears and just keeping it smooth, being careful with the acceleration, not throwing it through the corners, we're looking after our tyres quite nicely. 100-metre board, just get this one turned in. So you'll notice that the rear tyres are wearing just a little bit more than the fronts. We could adjust the brake balance to sort that out. But for the moment, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Continue to watch for our brake markers. Continue to think about the gears. Got another car in the pits. Lots of cars still pitting. Just staying away from the walls. Changing up nice and early. So we're 19 seconds ahead now. So even though we slowed it up, we're using much higher gears, we're still pulling away. In fact, strangely, if you look at the lap times, we're still comparable to what we were doing earlier on. Oh, a little bit deep into there. Using the 4th gear now rather than dropping down into 3rd. It looks like we're okay for fuel anyway. We're 1.4 laps at the moment. Lap times are 1:14, 1:15, 1:16, 1:15. So it's all there or thereabouts. 22 seconds ahead of the 2nd place car now. So theoretically, even if we needed to pit, we've almost got enough time to pit, put some fuel in, change the tyres and go. The tyres are looking good. Fuel's okay. We're just about to come around for the last lap. with 1.2 laps of fuel left. So at this point I'm still going to carry on the same as I was. I'm not going to rev it all the way out, just going to continue to drive as I have been. 20 seconds to the car behind, so this is all nice and easy. Beautiful car around this track. Broke a little bit late there. Careful on that curb, if you get up too high it can spit you around. There's absolutely no point in taking any risks at this point. It's like you want to race and bring it home and you want to really be flying through all of the corners, but you're only going to do what I've just done there. Drop the back of the car, you're going to be in the wall. If you spin it around, you're going to have the other cars right behind you if you're not careful. About 20 seconds will disappear very, very quickly. Or just caught the wall there again. Just starting to get a little bit untidy. It's been quite a busy race, this one, to think about the strategy and getting through the cars. So it's quite tiring. Just need to keep our concentration all the way to the end. You'll notice the tyres are starting to be about half worn on the back, one or two of them, so just sliding a little bit, not too much, nothing to worry about. You see how much we dropped off the pace, 2:17 there, big old drop. But it's really not done very much to our lap time. We're still 21 seconds ahead of the car behind. So absolutely loads of time. We've still got half a lap of fuel left as we come underneath the Armour All Bridge, looking for that 100-metre board. Down into third, get it turned in nice and smooth, run to the line. And we're actually going to finish that race with about 0.4 of a lap of fuel to spare. So plenty of fuel in actual fact. We could have pushed a little bit harder. But that fuel strategy worked quite nicely. Using the lower fuel ranking initially was enabled us to get through the traffic, get through the back markers, get up towards the front runners. We then had them pitting and then moving the fuel map out to 6 enabled us just to conserve the rest of the fuel. So we finished that one 19.2 seconds ahead of the Corvette. Quite a long way, 33 seconds ahead of Kawakami in third. And yeah, fastest lap also on a 2:14.6. Unfortunately we have one or two little knocks in there, so we've lost our clean race bonus, which is a real shame because that would have given us a nice wodge of cash. But 165,000 credits. I think we should have been able to do that with a clean race bonus. It's just getting a little bit late in the day, a little bit tired, and I think if I did that on another day I wouldn't be making those mistakes. But there we go, the BMW VGT for this 700 pp touring car race at Mount Panorama is absolutely perfect. It's a great little car, very easy to drive, easy to get the power down, turns in beautifully, very nimble, and just an all-round great car around here. Just watch your overtakes, watch your corner in, keep it out of the walls, and you'll be absolutely fine. You tend to find that once you start whacking the walls, that tends to be something you end up doing all the time. I don't know why it is, they tend to suck you in. So if you just watch for that, then you'll be absolutely fine. And the other thing to do obviously is just watch where you've got two cars together. Sometimes it's better just to wait behind and then pull a nice overtake. Plenty of overtaking opportunities around here with these AI cars because they are braking very heavily on some of these corners, much heavier than I would have expected. Certainly a lot more heavier than if you were racing this in the daily races, for instance. So you can use that to your advantage. Alternatively, obviously down the long straight you've got an opportunity to overtake, and we're also going to be overtaking through the pit stop sequence as well because we're not pitting. So anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed that video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. It will really help the channel. If you're new around here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. That will really make my day. And if you're back for more, thank you ever so much for subscribing to my channel. But I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you in the next video, which is going to be another World Circuit race. We're going to be heading off back to Asia and to the high speed ring for the last of the races following the recent update. I look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, take care. Bye bye.